Hi there everyone, GuardianE here with another full news update about the upcoming maintenance, reveals, and miscellaneous Azur Lane stuff inbound. Before we get started, I'll just quickly remind you that if you do enjoy the content that we put out, including Azur Lane videos, please consider leaving a like, a comment down below, subscribing to the channel for more. We'd really appreciate it. So, we have a maintenance slated for January 18th, which will bring with it the Spring Festival Banquet celebration. This is going to be the typical Lunar New Year stuff, revamped and returning for 2023. They've already revealed a slew of new ships and skins with some details as to how we'll be able to acquire them with the latest notes. So, brand new ships incoming include Kuybyshev, Theseus, Hwa Ja, and Ting An. Absolutely gorgeous. Whew. And we'll also be getting a stunning new retrofit for Yostar, here looking way too good. They also, of course, dropped a ton of skin announcements, and I'll start going ahead and flashing them up on the screen sequentially, but there is a ton of them. Most notably, we have Prince Ruprecht getting a live 2D, as I anticipated, since she was missing from the last batch of skins as far as PR5 goes. I figured they were essentially saving something for her, and so she'll be treated to a live 2D. A-Gear will also be getting a live 2D this go around, very excited about that. Chao and Ying Sui will also be getting new live 2Ds, and being paired in a really creative way with their two-tier setting. We've got Yostar, that will be getting a new dynamic mode with her skin. The notes also mention that Hwa Ja is going to be getting a dynamic mode to her skin as well, but it doesn't say so in the actual release announcement, so I'm not entirely sure which one is right. But regardless, there is a veritable visual smorgasbord on display here with this batch. I'm loving the theming, the celebration, the Chinese dresses, the banquet setting, all very nice stuff. They all look amazing, and we certainly will be taking a closer look at all of them when the update drops with a full skin review, but until then, just wanted to flash them up all on the screen so you know what's incoming. Let me know which one you're most excited about down below. So also starting on the 18th until February 2nd, we will be getting a new raid-up banner under Light Construction, featuring Kuybyshev, Theseus, and Hwa Ja. Now, Kuybyshev and Theseus will be the gold ships of the banner, each with a 2% rate. Hwa Ja will be the purple elite, so she will have a 2.5% rate. And since this is under the Light Construction banner, that does mean that pulls will only cost 1 cube, which is pretty fantastic. At the same time, Bristol, Charybdis, and Shanghai will be added permanently to the Light Construction pool. Now, as part of the celebration, we will be getting the return of a variety of the previous minigames from past years, where we'll be able to get the usual red envelopes that you can exchange in the Manjuu resort for gems, coins, and other different prizes. We'll also be getting the return of Anshan's coloring book, Fushun's Great Adventure. Both of those ships can be acquired for free from their own respective little mini-games. Now, in addition to the random gems and other goodies that you can get from the red envelopes, you will have certain milestone rewards as well. So after 15 envelopes are redeemed, you'll get the U-73 skin New Year's Chemistry for free if you didn't get it in past years. That's a returning skin. And after 25 envelopes are redeemed, you can acquire the new Fushun skin, the Unbreakable Bowsy Heist. So that is quite nice, getting a free new skin from that little mini event. There's going to be a Spring Blossoms in the Sky little mini fireworks event that you can participate in daily in order to acquire that new drop-dead gorgeous ship, Ting An, for free, so definitely be sure to do that. Now, running alongside the celebratory events, there will be the Winter Pathfinder Joint Operation event, which, as you know, is effectively a raid-type event that features the new Kuybyshev. Now, as usual, this type of event will feature both milestone rewards for the server, as well as individual personal contribution rewards. So you'll be able to acquire something called a Fairy Magic Poster, which is presumably just an exclusive piece of gear, B-38 triple-mounted 152 main gun design drawings, and blueprints from the server rewards, and then personal contribution rewards will include the equipment Type E watercraft design plans, gearboxes, Meowfisser boxes, and more. Now, as we mentioned in the previous update, and as they alluded to in the developer notes from earlier this month, they will be debuting a continuous auto function with this event, where you can set the number of runs you'd like to complete up to 15 on easy, normal, and hard, and just let it run its course without having to touch it. Now, the hard and the EX battles will also feature an oil cap, which is really quite nice, letting us save a little bit of that oil too. So really fantastic changes there. Now, they're also going to be running a skin mini event called Flowering Lights and Good Music. That's the translated name. It could be different when it hits global, where every day you'll get a little side story with a particular ship girl that has a new skin to give a little flavor and context to their new flashy outfits. I always really appreciate it whenever we get a little one-on-one time with the ship girls, and this is also just a great opportunity to get a little feel for them in their new live 2Ds. So the side stories are all going to feature the live 2D skin, so Aegir, Prince Ruprecht, Ying Sui, and Chao are going to be the selection here. Now, as previously alluded to in the dev notes, we will be getting the PR4 catch-up implemented after this maintenance, so that is very, very exciting. Other research updates, we are going to be getting the ability to use materials in lieu of blueprints for decisive ships in PR3. And we now have a date for the FDG Fate Simulation. It is planned to drop on February 1st, so at the end of this month, beginning of next month, we can look forward to that. We will be getting an assortment of Chinese New Year's lucky bags as well to accompany the skin selection that's available this year. The entire batch is going to be split into 2 different bags, so be sure to check the contents very carefully before purchasing to make sure the skin you want is in that particular one you're purchasing. I'll have the lists right up here if you do want to take a look at the selection. And there will also be lucky bags that have the Chinese dress skin batches from prior years available as well. And speaking of those, we will of course be getting reruns of past year's Chinese New Year skins, so this will be a good chance to pick those up as well if you missed out on them before. Now we've also gotten a little sneak peek at the upcoming Cruise Pass and Cruise mission starting on February 1st. We do know that it is going to feature the Sheffield meta ship, and of course it is going to have, I think at this point, an unrevealed new skin associated with the actual pass, so we're going to have to wait to get more news on that one. Now, we do have some figure news as well. Pre-orders have gone live for the new Baltimore Race Queen 1/7 scale by Apex. Features a removable hat, an alternate faceplate, and is priced at around 22,000 yen. She really looks fantastic, and while I don't personally own any Apex figures to date, I've heard nothing but good things really. So the only thing that's kind of given me pause on this one is that Mime Yoi is also going to be coming out with a 1/4 scale of the same skin, although we're probably years away from that coming out. Like, we don't even have a partial prototype, and Mime Yoi's backlog is very significant. They've taken on a lot of new announcements, and Baltimore's is way, way back there in the backlog. Now, speaking of Mime Yoi and Race Queen skins, their 1/4 scale Shokaku Race Queen figure is also now live for pre-orders at around 38,000 yen. A real stunner, obviously pairs really, really well with the Zoikaku that they also have up. I know some people lament that both of them are kind of positioned in the same way, so you can't kind of have them face each other on a shelf, which I really do get, but also they want it to be faithful to the source material, which I also get. So it's a little bit of a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing. Regardless, they're really phenomenal looking. Mime Yoi delivering again. And finally, pre-orders are also live for this 1/7 scale of Amagi by Animester. I'm not familiar with the manufacturer at all, and she's strangely enough only available for pre-order at a few different distributors that I could find, including Tokyo Otaku Mode and Right Stuff. I do believe that Animester is a Chinese manufacturer, but so is Apex, and their Baltimore is available at most figure vendors, so it's a little bit weird. Don't really know what that's about, but regardless, she looks really great. She has both a heavy and light version available, depending on whether you want the rigging, and she's also going to run you around $400 to $500, depending on which version you end up going with. The figure does come with some squishy parts as a bonus, just FYI, and has a release date of March 2024. Now, with the exception of Amagi, I'll have affiliate pre-order links to HobbyLink Japan down below in the description and in a pinned comment if you would like to get either Baltimore or Shokaku and support the channel in the process. They are also, of course, available at your figure vendor of choice, and I'll also link the store pages that I could find, anyway, for Amagi at Tokyo Otaku Mode and Right Stuff as well. So I do believe that more or less covers mostly everything. Tons incoming with the upcoming maintenance, and a lot of celebratory goodies to get excited about. Let me know in the comments below what you're most looking forward to. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to the channel for more Azur Lane content. We thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, let's protect those waters.